Hello, welcome to WTF, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Today is Thursday.
I am Aubin, the author of The Second Nature of Indigo.
I am Mariella May, Ella here. I'm working on a fantasy duology that is not yet out. So,
It's in the works.
actually, I have a short story out. I just
You do?
remembered.
Yeah.
If you go to the Niking Press page, Niking Press is our publishing house.
We'll put the link in the description. So generally we're writers and authors and we talk about writing advice and books, but today we're just
Talking about the other
who
aspects
we
of
are.
our life. So, we brought some examples of our hobbies, and we'll bounce off. Switch who's doing who.
Okay.
I mean, not who's doing who.
You want to go first? Oh my gosh, it would be kind of funny if we did do the other person's thing.
Okay, that would actually
That would be
really
kind of
fun.
awesome. Okay. So, so this is a sketchbook. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Sketchbook.
Yes,
And it's got this adorable Mob Psycho sticker on it because Ella also watches anime.
I do.
She probably didn't think this was going to be
In the
what I
video.
brought up, but can I open it?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some things that are very poorly drawn. I started this sketchbook when I was 12, I think. I've finished others since then.
Yeah.
But that one's cool. I vaguely did Dark October this year.
Cool.
Don't know if that focused.
Here. Me.
Capybara mixed with Frankenstein.
Oh.
That one was my favorite to do. Muscle anatomy. I love how you were gonna do this, but then I
know.
just took over.
It's better this way.
better.
I wouldn't know what to show.
You don't need to do that. They can't see really.
I think. Ooh.
Oh yeah, this was some character designs for a different book. I'm gonna cover the title. But yeah, there's just some loose character designs for a different book I'm working on.
Yeah.
And
See, she's so cool.
Here. All this. Thank you. Environment studies. I just do a lot of studies most of the time. Yeah. And this is stuff I did 2 days ago, yesterday. I don't know.
I haven't seen it yet.
Just drawing from references on Pinterest. To the people who I actually drew, thank you for having your
Thanks
face
for
on
your
Pinterest.
face.
Thank you for
You're welcome.
Now do I do you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Aubin is a vast journaler.
Mm-hmm.
Just many journals. I gave her this one. There's also this one.
I completed those in
She's
6
working
months.
on this one, which is epic.
No, I haven't started that one yet.
Our friend.
But I just wanted to share because a friend gave this to me. And this, hold on, I think I still have it. So this is the book I wrote. This is The Second Nature of Indigo. You won't find this cover up online that much. You might find pictures, but this is the original author's copy / first printing. So it's now blue with... It's blue?
It's the exact same but blue.
It's the exact same but blue. But
And
she
our awesome
traced
friend got
the thing and gave it to me as a Christmas gift. And I haven't started it yet, but I'm so excited. And I keep it on my bedside anyway and just look at it every night.
Yeah. So Aubin, how many
6 months.
6 months?
From July 17th to New Year's Eve of 2024.
Yeah. And how many have you completed last year?
Over this year, I think I completed...
2025, Aubin.
Oh, right. Sorry. 2024, I think I completed 3. And then
these
filled
these
2.
Are thick.
I worked in 2 others as well. So I think I did close to 5 last year.
And she writes
And then in
small.
2023, I did another... Hold on. I'm definitely going to need...
Here, I'll just do it like this. This is actually...
No. Oh, yeah.
This is not how most of
This is not most of my stuff, but...
This was a...
Here.
Don't know if it's focusing, but...
And occasionally I do that. Not a lot. Just when emotions are running particularly high.
Yeah, so...
I like journaling.
That's Aubin's first hobby. Not first, but first one we're sharing.
Now. So Ella is probably one of the most competent people doing physical crafts I've ever met.
I love crafts.
So she just looks at something and she thinks, oh wow, I think I could do that.
I don't generally sneeze at that point.
And then she does it. And she made this.
Yeah, if you saw our last video, How to Write Romance, or Romance 101, I think it's called.
The do's and don'ts of writing great love stories.
Yeah, it's I was wearing this in
She
the
was.
previous video. So it's like a corset belt type thing.
Yeah, and
actually,
it has
it was
grommets
your
in
idea to make
it. Was my idea. I started making a Christmas present for a friend of basically this, and it took me probably 3 days of steadily working on it most
We've
of the
also
day.
made a corset.
And then Ella popped up and was like, "Oh, I'd like to make one too," and then had finished it in about...
I'd say it took me an hour, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And we also made a corset to my size. We did
did,
the
yeah,
classic
we
duct
did.
tape and saran wrap and made a corset. That was a couple months ago. So
Yeah.
it's not like we didn't actually finish it. We
Yeah.
made the mock-up of it. So this is, because we can't really like show you just traveling.
Yeah.
One of Aubin's hobbies is traveling.
So let me get out a few
Great memorabilia.
things.
So, if you don't know, Aubin went to Paris for 3 months, from September to
No, August. Mid-August to mid-November.
November. So, and also we traveled around the country. If you go to
Yeah.
the KKP TV, which is
Yes.
Nike
Okay.
Press TV, and it is oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So during my time in Paris, I also traveled around. So, oh wow, I didn't even think about it. Okay, so I went to the YSL Museum for the flowers of YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, and I got postcards. This is from Musée d'Orsay, which was one of my favorite museums while I was in Paris. And this is also from Musée d'Orsay. And here's a random, I probably took this to go to the Paralympic Games, Paris 2024. And then I also went to a movie premiere, which somebody gave me a ticket.
Yeah.
To the My Hero Academia movie, and then they had these unique drawing cards done by the illustrator / author, I think, of My Hero Academia, and these are not for sale.
Yeah.
This was the note that was on my bed at my hostel when I was in England, in London, and then these are scraps of confetti from the Found Heaven on Tour Conan Gray thing that I went to go see in Manchester. And this is a train from Trenitalia, which when I was in Italy, and this is from Manchester as well. This is how I mostly didn't get around because of a mistake I made while solo traveling around Manchester. But that's a story for another time.
So as you can see, Aubin does a lot of, or did a lot of stuff.
Did a lot of traveling.
So, and we also want to travel more. I would like to go to Europe.
Yeah.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
I particularly want to travel to everywhere, but also I really want to travel to Scotland and Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have a lot of heritage there, and I think it'd be very, very cool. Alrighty, next thing is
reading. I assume you meant reading instead of just legendary. Ella's hobby is legendary. No, Ella is reading this thick book that is called Legendary by Stephanie Garber, which is the second book of the Caraval series. Yeah, it's amazing. But
be impressed, guys. Look at how far I am.
Woohoo!
Also, one of my hobbies is annotating.
Oh, yeah. This is fun.
Oh, wait, no, I can't show anything. 'Cause
spoilers.
Never mind. But, like, I like annotating.
Yeah.
Using both legs. I like annotating. I like, a lot of people say that annotating distracts from reading, but I find that it's the only thing that makes me able to focus. Like, if I find a line that I really like, but I can't underline it or, like, circle it or whatever, I get distracted so easily, and I'm like, oh, I need to, like, either write this down or I just need to think about it enough. So annotating actually really helps me focus. I never really read big books when I was younger. Like, the first full novel-length book I read at 14. So...
And then it was, like, the pretty long second book of Mysterious Fantasy Society.
Yeah, it was a solid book. And so far in my life, I have only read 2 full-length physical books. The first book of Carval, and the second book of Mysterious Benedict Society. I've read others, like shorter books, and I've read my book so many times.
Yeah.
But I'm not counting those, so.
And also audiobooks.
And audiobooks.
We also read a lot as a family.
Yeah.
Out loud.
So I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and I guess I read mangas and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So graphic novels and mangas I've read, but
A lot of.
yeah, it's very cool.
Hold on. She had a streak of reading Hanako-kun every day for
14 weeks.
14 weeks?
I'm pretty sure.
Every day she got on to read Hanako-kun.
I did. I was reading it on
So,
Kindle.
Yeah, that's why
So-
it's not counted in physical
Yeah.
books as much. But yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited. I am finally reading. My goal this year is 12 books read physically,
Cool.
and I'm very excited, and I hope I meet that goal.
Yeah, and so far you are.
Yeah,
On track.
I am on track. So,
Either one.
language learning. So, in case you don't know, this is Horimiya, a lovely manga, and this is the first one, the first
In
volume in Japanese, and this is the 12th volume in French. So, obviously, I've been living in France, started learning French.
Yep.
And we both have been learning Japanese for
Yeah.
4 years.
2, 3,
No, 2020.
2.
That would be 3 years.
But it was in November.
It was. Was it really 22? No, it was 21 because it was after the trip.
Oh my gosh. So 3.
Yeah.
3 years. Wow.
Solid 3 years of
3
learning
years.
Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, this
Kanji
one is
kind
pretty
of evades
easy to
me,
read. Because
But
look, they put even
Furigana.
even over nani, they have furigana.
Wow. Yeah, also, I have 2 volumes of Hanako-kun, courtesy of Aubin, in Japanese physically. First of all, I love them so much. And second of all, it's really easy to read because they have furigana and everything. There are kanji, which is Chinese characters, and then there's the Japanese alphabet. And so they put
2
they
Japanese
have 2.
alphabets.
But they put the main one on top of the kanji to say what they sound like.
Yeah. Over the course of my life, I've studied Greek, Latin, Spanish, Italian, French, Japanese,
And now Hindi.
Hindi. I studied a tiny bit of Korean, but like almost nothing. And I was never like really fluent in anything. The closest, the most conversational I'm
In with any of them.
probably Japanese.
She can
Have a
use French.
semi-stilted conversation in French. I love enjoying studying languages and all their differences. So even though Hindi is kind of a distraction from my other languages, it's so fascinating and different that I enjoy studying it just for the fun of figuring out what it's like. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
Next thing I have is, if I can grab them all.
oh wow.
Yeah. Knitting and crocheting. So these are very interesting examples. I picked this as my knitting example because I also spun this wool. So here, if you hold this, you might see it's not the best spun, and I didn't spin enough, obviously, because I'm out of yarn. So I'll have to spin more. But this was
See
from.
what I mean?
This is hand spun alpaca wool from a local farm.
Yep.
And yeah, I spun it myself. I knit it while doing Japanese class. This is a giant granny square, basically. It's a throw blanket that I made while watching all of Hanako. Yeah, I'm glad season 2 is coming out. I'm glad they fixed Hakane. So yeah, I don't know if I can show
Here.
how big this is. But yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not huge.
Mhm.
You just set my mic way down, so they probably can't hear me.
Oh.
So it's not huge, but it's, a solid throw blanket.
Yeah.
And then for my lovely sister right here, can you hold?
Yep.
I crocheted a shawl. So also granny square mostly, but we also have double in America, and I think it's called triple in England, and single/double. I don't know. You British people are weird. I also tried to dye it. That's why it's so bright. It was white before, and I tried to dye it with a mix of tea and turmeric. Only the turmeric sticked, so
Stuck.
yeah. So that was the result of that. I do other stuff, but
Yeah.
I've crocheted, and I've knitted a whole sweater. It doesn't really... I knit and crochet a lot. It's one of my like favorite things to do when I'm either listening to an audiobook or listening to music.
Or watching anime.
Or watching anime.
Here is a book tracking bookmark that our friend gave to each. They gave one to each of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is mine. I haven't put all the books I've read up yet, but
Yeah.
here.
Well,
You
read
can-
since...
There you go.
When did you start this?
2024. So Mistborn was the first book I read of 2024.
Interesting. So you've read... Oh, you've read more than that.
Yeah, but not much more.
Yeah.
The Missing of Claire de Lune, Conscious Luck, Dear Evan Hansen,
Where the crawdads still
Sing.
little thieves.
Carval,
Codename Verity.
Name Verity.
Legendary
Oh.
Finale. Cruel Prince.
I read
Wicked King.
The
Queen
People
of
of the
Nothing.
Air series, or what is it called? Folk of the Air? Folk of the Air's trilogy. Along with Inheritance Games, The Hawthorne Legacy.
Aubin reads a lot.
Not really.
I mean, yeah. It's all, you could say, like, a lot, not a lot. And
Yeah, it's all relative.
Our brother listens to so many audiobooks.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
many. He's probably one of the most vastly read people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Yeah,
New
we're not done
hobby
yet.
that I have acquired recently is
Oh, man. My eyebrows are all bent out of shape.
bug preservation.
Yeah!
So, let me see.
Yeah. Maybe move it closer.
My mom collected these bugs. Well, this one we kind of collected together. This poor cicada is missing its head. I'm sorry. I don't know where it is. And it was only like this week that I was like, I really want to preserve bugs. So I rehydrated them, I pinned them, and now they're glued on here. I know this is not like a proper shadow box, but for my first, I'm very happy with them. And they fit my aesthetic of my room very well. So, yeah, I'm very proud, very excited. Very happy with how they turned out.
It's really cool to see them this close. I didn't really get to
Yeah,
study
I
them
might-
before.
I might show like a closer, I mean, you can see so many great bug
That's-
preservers who have done amazing jobs with insect preservation. Because it was the first attempt, I did definitely damage this poor little guy quite a bit. I broke the wing and the back of it, so it's a little disconnected, little wonky, but I'm still really happy with how both turned out. Yeah.
And I do circus.
Yes, Aubin does a lot of... Why did we put books? Like, that's so
I
much
do.
lamer. It's like, I read. I also do circus arts just as like an afternoon. So Aubin has been doing aerial silk since
Since I was 12, so almost 8 years ago.
8 years ago. And has been doing Lyra hoop since...
Since I was probably 14,
29?
so 5 years ago.
Yeah, so 2020.
There you go. And
yeah.
I taught myself.
Yep.
I never had a lyric class.
Nope.
I bought it myself and then taught myself. And I don't think I watched any Lyra videos either.
Yeah, we do a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm hoping to have more hobbies in the future. I want to start doing circus arts.
Yeah.
I want to travel more.
I want to start sewing more.
Yeah, we want to culminate
We
all of our
mutually
hobbies.
inspire one another to lots of stuff.
And I hope that this inspired you, and I hope that if you share some of our hobbies, I mean, I hope that you share reading if you're here. Reading to any capacity. If you listen to it, read it.
Yeah.
Whatever you do,
If you read what you write.
If you read what you write, yeah. If you write, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Please share. Yeah. So I'm really glad you guys stuck around, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited about all the stuff we shared. So
Thanks for joining us today, guys. Tomorrow is Friday, so we have another book chat coming out. Probably around 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern time.